this quick workshop is for us to come together and generate some ideas for fundraising initiatives. As a disclaimer, I don't have a background in fundraising. I'm not a fundraising specialist. But when I participated in 2017 in the Grenada project, I worked with 2 ALP students and we were able to fundraise $10,000 in 12 weeks. So I just want to share some ideas with you, and I want to help you, okay? Think about how you can find the cash dollars, because the money is there. We just have to find it. So that's the purpose of this session. So I want to start by, I want to encourage you all to participate as much as possible. So first we're going to figure out why we're here, okay? So when we understand the why, then we understand our motives, right? So understanding the why encourages us to persevere and keep going every single day, because May is going to come really quick. April's going to come quick, and we have a lot to do. So, anyone want to share why are you here? Like, you can think kind of big picture, like why are you participating in these programs? Anybody?
To gain experience.
To gain experience?
To be a part of the documentation for the entrepreneurship in women, hopefully to be able to have a chance to become an operator for that, because that's the department I'm very interested in, the whole industry.
Incredible. Thank you.
I want to participate in this because I want to work in the renewable field, and this is a great project to see start to finish, and it's going to look great in my portfolio.
Excellent. Okay, anybody else? Yes?
To gain experience and grow my portfolio in photography.
Amazing. Okay.
I'm just passionate about the mission, to be honest, to go and help female entrepreneurs and build their businesses. The research I've done just shows they don't have the resources and whatnot, so I'm looking forward to that, bringing them resources and ideas and things to help improve their businesses going forward.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, super. So I'd suggest that you know exactly how much you have to fundraise, okay? So you were sent a payment outline. So you're really going to want to focus on that payment plan and know exactly how much you need to fundraise. Does everyone here know exactly what they have to pay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we allowed to fundraise past the program costs? So we pay for our own airfare and everything. Are we allowed to fundraise for that as well? Or is it just the program costs?
You can fundraise for
As much as you want, I think? Okay.
Again, our 2 ALP students on the Grenada project fundraised $10,000 in 12 weeks. Okay, so know how much you have to fundraise. That's the first step. Be very clear about that amount. Okay, so how are you going to fundraise? This is the next idea that I want to explore. How are you going to fundraise? Anybody? How are you going to fundraise? You already know. Let's put the ideas out. How are you going to fundraise?
Bake sale?
Bake sale. Okay. So bake sales are awesome because you can make a couple $100 in a couple hours. It's great. But if there are 10 of you that come together and say, let's do a bake sale, it may not be an efficient way to, right, to make money. A couple of you with a lot of people baking for you at the optimal time in the optimal space will make you some quick cash. But a big group of you baking might not be worth your while. How else? Bake sales. Okay, so that's one. How else are you going to fundraise? Anybody? 50-50. 50-50. What else?
When I was doing fundraising before, I just approached like CIBC, bigger businesses and stuff, and would show them all the information that was regarded. Like I did Walk a Winter Mile for homeless children, and when I was fundraising for that, I just went to bigger companies and showed them, you know, all the paperwork and what the mission was, and worst they'll say is no, next opportunity.
Okay. Anybody else? Yeah.
One of my friends was fundraising for something similar, I think, and she did a paint night. A little bit more, I guess, upfront cost, but.
Okay, anybody else?
Lisa, can you make sure you repeat the idea?
Yes.
Like a grand prize. You
A
can
grand-
buy tickets to win a grand prize.
Excellent. So like a raffle. Okay, so we have bake sales, 50-50, businesses, paint night, raffle, yes.
A dance?
A dance, a throw.
A dance-a-thon.
Oh, okay.
See, a dance, people
Dale's
just think
trying to
of
get
traditional
competitive
dance.
again.
But when we have a dance-a-thon, then people are able to come at 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, right? So a dance-a-thon, people can dance and express themselves all night.
Janet, you
Dance-a-thon.
ready for this?
Any other ideas?
Do like a charity yard sale?
A yard sale?
Joel, did you do anything last year with Galen and Dooley's?
No,
Okay.
that's my
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, one of our culinary students last year had dinner nights where he prepared meals and sold tickets for plates. He made a few $100s.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay, anybody else? Yes?
Bottle drives.
All drives. Now, when a student last week was talking about a Canadian initiative around battery collection that's happening right now, that you can go log on and, no, just household batteries. So you may want to look into that. Anything else?
I did a 30-hour family once, and people just kind of sponsored you to do something, so you could even get people to sponsor you to like spend a day at a soup kitchen or do something so you're giving back, and then the people are giving you money for your trip.
Right. So GoFundMe's. GoFundMe's. Okay, anything else? All right, so another suggestion I have is to look at your phone and go through your contact list, starting with A, all the way down to Z, and determine who you can ask for money. Okay? Who can you ask for money? I mean, your partner will probably give you some cash, right? Your friends and acquaintances, your friends maybe, your acquaintances, I don't know, maybe. Your neighbor you say hi to like once a week, probably not. But you have a network, okay? You have a network, so tap into it. Go through your contact list and make a list of people who you think will give you cash. All right?
And if they don't, delete them from your phone.
How do you delete the whole
Blocked.
phone? That's it.
Block you.
Okay.
That was one thing, Melissa, with especially with the big businesses and stuff, one
Yeah.
of the things that they'll ask is, do we get a tax receipt? I'm assuming no, it's just a straight donation.
Pardon?
I'm not sure.
Tax
What-
receipt?
what-
We can't issue tax receipts.
Okay, yeah, it's
as-
just a straight
as-
out donation.
Yeah, it's a straight out
Okay.
donation,
I
yeah.
just wanted to know that for, in
Yeah.
case I'm asked that.
Yeah, good question.
Did you have questions?
No, I was just gonna say in relation to businesses, and someone mentioned raffles, a lot of the time, if people are giving you money, they like to feel like they're getting something in return. So it might be a good idea, if you're gonna go to a business, go somewhere and ask if they will donate something, a gift card or a gift basket of their own like goods, because then they're getting something out of it too. You're bringing business to them as well.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Yeah. And we have, like, we can tap into our own skill set as well, right? So we all have talents and we all have skills. You know, we have interior design skills, for example. So We could raffle off an hour of free interior design assistance to anyone who's, you know, I'd be interested in that. I'd buy a ticket on that. So tap in your own skill set. Like, what do you have to offer? What can you offer others in order to fundraise for your trip? You have your own business, Vera, right? So, and then, I'm not sure if he's here, we met a bartender through the interview process. I mean, if you're a bartender and you have a donation jar out and you're chatting with your customers all night, you can plug your trip and make some cash. So just start thinking about that, about what you can offer others. Okay, so do you feel awkward? Do you feel awkward? Does everybody feel awkward about asking for money?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's normal, you're gonna feel awkward.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you're gonna feel. It's normal, it's really awkward. But I want you to remember this, that like, okay, for example, if you go up to your Uncle Jerry and you're like, Jerry, I want $50 donations for this amazing international learning experience. So I'm asking you for a $50 donation to help support me. And Jerry will say either, you know what, I can't swing it right now, Steph. I can't swing it. Like, or, and he most likely will be like, okay, here's $50, I want to support you. That's most likely what's going to happen.
I have a couple family members.
If you have a Jerry.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't have a Jerry, but I have
Yeah, if you have Jerry. When Jerry walks away, if he couldn't give you the $50, is Jerry going to feel awkward? No. Jerry doesn't care. He's probably never going to think about it again. He just couldn't give you the money.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to Jerry. So there's nothing that has to be awkward about this. It's just kind of shifting your mindset. Like, this is your goal. You're going to do whatever to achieve it. And you know, you're going to be strategic about it, and you're going to tap into all your resources and your networks, and you're going to ask people for cash, and you're not going to feel awkward about it, because we're going to go and have the most incredible life-changing experiences, and it's worth it. So like, awkward, schmawkward, whatever, right? Sorry?
The worst people can say is
That's it.
Yeah.
it's not going to stop.
Right.
Is there something that they can take with them so that if they are at a family event or somewhere that there's an opportunity to do this type of fundraising, that they can show material of the trip to the person who's what they're investing in?
That's a great question.
I've done that actually.
Yeah, and I'm
I've
thinking maybe
printed
that's a
out
great, you know, that's a great thing for them to design. Like, you know, because it'll bring you closer to, you know, your project.
To show them it's legit too, though, right? It's like, because the thing is that I printed out the mission for Arapica that we're going to, and so I, you know, printed out the information from NSCC International and what the mission's about, and then also the with my name saying that I was picked to go type of thing, and so just kind of put that stuff together so that they know, okay, this is really what it's for.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, personalize it. It's personal,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, make it your own.
Yeah.
And then you kind of own it, and it's authentically you, and you go around and you say, hey, can you help me out? This is why it's meaningful to me. This is what's going on. Okay. Keep going.
So just I'm wondering,
Yes.
international, Kelly, do you guys have like one sheets for each project, or is it sort of all, or is there something that talks about each project?
Our website,
Yeah.
the write-up on the website would be what we have.
Yeah.
Right, but there's no actual printed material?
There's no
or-
printed material. I mean, we have stuff for kind of all of our projects, but not for each project.
So
Although
would
that
be
is an
a
idea for the
helpful
future we've been
resource
talking
as well,
about.
but then say, for example, Troy, you could personalize it by saying, you know, I'm enthusiastic about building my photography portfolio, and this will give me an awesome opportunity to advance my future educational goals, right? Like, so you could
Yeah,
make it,
that's
so because
already
people
had
like to
that
see
model.
like how it's meaningful to you
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah, that's already had that
Yeah.
once you said that.
Yeah. Okay, so how will you plan? How are you going to plan? So when I worked with the ALP students in 2017 that fundraised $10,000 in 12 weeks, we met every morning. So that's what we did. We met every morning. So if you're planning, if your fundraising number is, you know, $2,500, then you're going to want to every single day spend some time on your plan. Because again, May is like right there. We're gonna blink and then we're gonna get through the winter and we're gonna say, thank goodness we lived through the winter and now it's time to go. So you're going to want to every single day think about your plan. So let's kind of brainstorm this or unpack this for a second. How are we gonna plan? I don't know, what's coming up? What's coming up?
Valentine's Day.
Right, so what can we do for Valentine's Day? What? Host an event, such as? Such as a dinner.
Dance.
A thon. Okay, what else?
Candygrams.
Candygrams are amazing. Everyone loves to send like a little candygram to someone. Everybody loves to do that. What else? Flowers, gift baskets, chocolates, like, you know, there are a lot of opportunities around these days that are like, consume all you can, like those days. Those are good days to make cash. And then, so what else? Like, how are you gonna plan? I suggest that you plan out, like you have NSCC International Learning Adventure Calendar, okay? That has every day you X out until you're checked. You go like this, boom, boom, boom. And you have like targets, like this is a business plan, okay? This is a business plan. You have a goal and you have targets for every week. And you need to figure out, like, by the end of this month, if I haven't made $950, like, I'm not gonna make my goal. So you need to start really, like, take it seriously, stay uber focused, and tick off your days as you go. Make sense? What else is coming? Let's go with idea generation. So there's Valentine's Day, what else?
St. Patrick's Day.
What can you do?
St. Patrick's Day dance.
What is it?
Stomping, for all those people that like to stomp in Irish music.
Like just stomp it. Yeah, just come and stomp. $10 each to stomp. Raises our space. We're gonna stomp it.
You do fun gift basket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
Oh, it's with beer.
With beer.
Like face painting.
Face painting. Yeah. I mean, you can buy the St. Patrick's Day hats at the dollar store and sell them for triple.
Yeah.
Right?
On the day of.
Walk around, like people want to wear those hats.
Yeah. And nobody plans ahead.
Nobody plans ahead, like give me a hat, I'm feeling it. So this fundraising initiative for all of you is going to be entrepreneurial in nature. It's like, it's gonna require a ton of innovation and you're gonna have to be super organized with your plan. Okay, so we have like the, you know, the obvious ones, like Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day. What's happening in between? Maybe the 50-50 is happening in between, and maybe you're the family day.
That's a day that everyone has off. And
Capitalize on it, exactly. So maybe you're making your dinners in between, or maybe you're selling your raffles in between, or maybe you're offering up your skills, whatever they are. Like Troy, you're an artist. Like you can paint some stuff, auction it off. Take some pictures, whatever,
Yeah,
just get
I was
in.
thinking of auctioning off photos.
There you go. All right? Okay, so I'm just going to ask you, like, and we can compile some ideas together. We can keep going with this, but are you feeling more comfortable right now than you were when you walked in? A little? Yeah? Okay, so
I feel like a weight's lifted off my shoulders.
do you?
Because everyone's here, just, we didn't get to do this last year. Right? So just, I'm happy to see before we do the pre-departure clause, just to get everyone here. From here and I know we can't get everyone involved. Just from here
Yeah, ultimately it's idea generation, and it's being innovative, and it's thinking like an entrepreneur, and it's having targets, and it's about meeting your goals throughout the weeks and months. That's really ultimately what it's about. I mean, if I can, based on my experience, again, I'm not an expert in fundraising. I have no background in fundraising. I've just seen it happen, right? So, I know for a fact you'll be successful if you keep motivated, if you treat it like your own little business, if you consider it every single day, like even if it's just 20 minutes, that you just spend some time thinking about it and planning. If you have an outline, a checklist that you can, if you have your weekly and monthly projections, and if you get rid of the awkwardness and just like tap into your networks and be confident and ask for cash dollars. Like if you do those things, then you'll be fine, for sure. And I also want to let you all know that I'm available via text or email all semester to help you, even if you just need to like bounce ideas, or if I can support you with your plan, like your preparation. Yeah.
Melissa, how successful have you been getting money from Student Association for your students?
The first year I worked with students, I think they were offering $500 each. But last year we got $250. Yeah.
It varies between campus, obviously, unfortunately, and depending on what their year plan is. But most student associations will give some money, but you will have to fill in an application. And I've heard that sometimes if you go as a group, like if you go with your team group or whatever at your campus, that helps. That's just feedback.
Yes.
I'm from the Albany campus, and we spoke to an instructor, and the instructor said that almost every year the student association ends up with like a big amount of money in their budgets. People ask for money, and it's always a struggle to get something out of a student association. And even, they might help a little bit, maybe, with trips or anything that's going on, but they always end up with a surplus in their, in their bank. And I feel like that's a waste of money.
Well, talk to people.
Would you be willing to be interviewed for our Waterfront TV journalism show? Because we investigated that last.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Yeah, we looked into the student association situation, but we're looking for frustrated students. So maybe if we expose it, we'll get more money out of them.
There you go. Expose it. Shake the system.
They just don't want to give it, and I don't understand. I mean, that money's paid by the students. I mean, why hold on to it? We're going on a trip to do solar renovation for another school in Grenada, right? I mean, that's a green light for what do you need, here you go. We're not just paying for our tuition or whatever, right?
I think though it is important that you organize yourselves and do a presentation to whomever is running the show. I think that makes, in the early days when we were asking for money, and we did quite well, is that they did go in and present as a group and really sold it. I mean, the application's fine, but when you put your own voice in it, just as you started, why do you want to go? It's that sort of enthusiasm part that I think sometimes cracks a little bit of an opening with them.
Yeah.
So I think that probably is awesome. A better way to approach it. And I agree 100%, they have way too much to go. And we have to figure out any way to get it. Like black $400,000. Like $400,000.
Yeah, it's ridiculous amounts. Like,
whoa.
What are you doing? Why?
It's tricky, right? Because
like, could we get our firm to use it for something or like anything else?
So, yeah, you guys should.
We can book space, for sure. I don't know if it's stomping on dance space, but we can get space.
So Melissa, would you say that the strongest thing are for students to kind of work individually or with maybe one other person in order to like maximize the amount that they're making?
That's what I've seen.
Okay.
Like two brains. It's good. 2 people. Awesome.
The other one is that my students have been successful with GoFundMes.
Yeah.
And, you know, the thing is, that someone mentioned, what can you give them, right? Is that, like, that's, you know what the best thing you can give them, and that I've had friends, even before GoFundMe happened, that traveled, is you give them a bit of yourself, and the fact that, you know, now it's very easy to stay in contact with somebody, but you're sharing what happens to you. Like, you have to blog for MSCC, for international, but you're sharing your experience. People just want to connect. And if you are sort of guaranteeing a certain amount of connection over the 2 weeks you're there, and then when you come back, you're going to give them whatever it is. I mean, people love that, like actually sincere connection. You know, friends, before it used to be things like they would send you letters. People who would give them money, you'd get this letter, and it'd be an amazing letter, you know, that had drawings in it, and, you know, I cherish those, right? Those are great things. Now, and you've got to figure out what is the same thing, what can you give? So they give you $10. Well, you're going to get a blog. I'll email you 4 times about what I'm doing, and, you know, something to that effect.
Right, people will
Generally,
respond
families want
differently to an email than they will a handwritten letter. Like, I'd say if you're asking someone for money, like a family member, friend, writing a handwritten letter is much more effective than sending just another email. It's easy to just delete or like send it to forget about it, right? But a handwritten letter, that's a job. That has it carries like that has an impact.
Another thing too is if people do give you money, maybe writing them a thank you note. Or
Oh, yeah.
That's beautiful, yeah, thanks for mentioning
And,
that.
yeah, and that should always be, to this day, a physical thank you. Like, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you in the virtual world. Yeah, yes?
Even maybe, like she said, I mean, I do think you should always say thank you in some way, regardless of like amount and stuff, like thank you for, you know, consideration in that. But even like if you took a picture on your trip and you sent those out with a note or something, so like even after the fact, right, they have like, oh my gosh, look, I helped them get there and be able to do this amazing thing.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah.
Kelly, is there anything available through foundation? Do we know?
Well, the bursary that we offer is what the foundation gives. Yeah. So I mean, we've had people ask, but they will not give on top because they're giving that for everybody.
Do we have to fill a form for that?
The application is going to come out either today or tomorrow. It's ready to go. I just have some more information I wanted to send with it. And it's an easy application, online application. It's one question. So trust me, just do it. Every year we have somebody who just doesn't do it. I don't understand. So yeah, just make sure you do the application.
So is it kind of like you do it to
I'm not telling my secrets, but maybe
get the
make the effort. Just show me that you're going to make the effort. I think that's the important thing.
Did you have a?
Yeah, regarding Tanzania, is it going to be like a form or whatever about what kind of like immunizations we need and like when we need them or anything like that?
Oh, yes. So when the online course starts, you will know you need to go visit a travel health clinic. Some of the information I'll be sending out with the bursary application, we'll talk about that. And at the health clinic, they will tell you what immunizations you need for where you're going.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, okay, any other questions? So I suggest that you start today. So after your school day is done and, you know, you settle in this evening, like start your plan today. And build the momentum and just keep kind of working at it every day. Do you agree? Yeah, yeah.
So like your personal action plan.
Exactly.
What's your strategy? You actually write it out.
Yeah.
Not just sit and think about it, but you should.
Write it out.
And you two are going to hand it in to me.
There you go.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, like send it out. Like send it, make it real.
Make it real. Like when you
Make
write
it
it,
real.
you read it, it's real.
It's real. And you're accountable, right? And like let go of the awkward, because the awkward will be like, the awkward will do things to you. It'll say like, well, I don't know if I can even do this anyway because this is so expensive. And like the awkward will make all kinds of excuses for you that aren't real.
I think that's part of why it's a good idea to partner up, is having that extra person helps keep everything real, and you don't get so in your head and stuff.
Exactly.
It keeps you accountable.
Yeah. Present day, easy to be in your head and over, you know? Yeah. So let the awkward go. Like that's a big, important piece of advice.
For me personally, it's just that I've never in my life asked anybody for anything. And so that's the part where it just is kind of like taking me out of my comfort zone,
Yeah.
but it's worth it.
There's so much growth aligned with this.
Well, there is, and that's
Right?
the thing, that taking me out of my comfort zone after the first, 2 times asking, whether it's yes, no, whatever, the awkwardness will go away. It's just.
It will. It'll disappear.
I'm just not used to asking anybody for anything, so.
Yeah. Many of us are like that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And for those of you that aren't on the same campus as most of the people, especially like the summer schools, we have a couple of you here that are going to summer schools, use your Facebook group because that can align you with the others in your group. Because you probably won't meet them until April when we all get together. So use that to kind of maybe generate ideas between each other, maybe share your action plans. Because you might get ideas from other people too across the province that might have different ideas. Janet, are you on Facebook? Are you in that group yet?
Yeah, like we're in it together, right? So, I mean, we can focus on unity and we can share and celebrate. Like I made $450 off that stomp and dance with beer, green hat-a-thon, or like whatever, right? So we can share and motivate each other. Like it's all.
Just go around to bars and offer like a drunk of free dye, 50 cents each.
Here you go. See, you're just gonna like once you get the juices flowing, they'll just all the ideas will come. Yeah, and then it's just believing. It's like anything else. Just believing that you'll. Okay. Was this useful? Yeah. Okay.
Waste of time. I'm joking.
All right, super. And again, like, please know, I'm here to support you however I can. All right.
Great, thanks.
Good.
Thanks, Melissa.
Good.